to bring yourself all the way up. Look down at your feet first. I want you to make sure that you're in a parallel position. So that means pressing big toe, little toe, heel firmly into your mat and lift those inner arches. This is our tripod of the foot, and I'm going to refer to this as we move through our Pilates class. This is a mixed level class, so I'll be giving some entry variations, some intermediate variations, and some advanced variations. So there should be something for everyone. And of course, at any time, if you need to just take a break, take a break. All right, so we're going to come back and center our bodies. We have firmly planted our feet into the mat, big toe, little toe, heel, inner arches lifted up. I want to bring your hands to your head. Just feel how the head is placed on top of that cervical spine. Nod the chin down. Lift the chin all the way up to the sky. You can do that once more with the hands there. And now I want you to just release your hands. So we're going to refer to our head as a head container. Bring your hands to your rib cage, your outer right ribs, your outer left ribs. I want you to take a few breaths and see if you can expand laterally. And what I mean by that is see if you can get your right ribs to press into your right hand and your left ribs to press into your left hand. And then as you exhale, just let those ribs come a little bit closer together. Bring one hand to your front rib cage and the other hand to your back rib cage. And now I want you to breathe into that front hand through the ribs and breathe into the back hand through the ribs. So we've got our lateral breathing, which is out to the side, and we have our voluminous breathing, ribs to the front, ribs to the back. This rib is our second container. Now bring your hands to your outer hips. Good. Feel where your hips are placed. And now I want you to bring your heels of your hands to your hip bones, the pointy bones right in the front. Make a little triangle so that the triangle of your fingers is right at your pubic bone. We want to even our pubic bone and our hip bones. So we are making sure that we are in what we call a neutral pelvis. Good. And now just release. We're going to start with some easy movement in the arms. I want you to inhale, reach those arms all the way up, and exhale, let those arms come all the way down. We're going to inhale, reach those arms all the way up and all the way down. Now we're going to add our head. Inhale, look up. And exhale, let that chin drop into your chest. Inhale, one more like that. And exhale, chin into chest. Good. We're going to reach those arms all the way back up. Now lateral stretch. Right hand all the way down to that left thigh. Stretch that left arm all the way overhead. We're getting a little spinal lateral flexion. And we're going to return back to center. Other side. So now your left hand is down. That right arm is all the way up. Breathing into that side body. Think about that lateral breathing through the ribs and release. I want you to bend your knees. Reach your arms forward. We're going to flex through the spine. That means rounding. Straighten. You're going to extend and lift up. Look at the sky. Inhale. I want you to round it over. Exhale. Lengthen up. We're going to do that twice more. We're going into spinal flexion with the rounded spine. Spinal extension as we lift. Last one. Breathing in and breathing out. Reach, 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 and release. Take a slight bend in your knees. Reach your arms out to the side. Now I just want you to rotate, twisting from the obliques. We're going to try to keep the pelvis relatively stable. So we're getting into a little bit of our spinal rotation. So in our standing warm-up, we've done flexion, extension, lateral flexion, and now rotation. Last twist to each side. And release. Good. From here, you're going to reach those arms all the way back up again. Look at the sky. Let your arms move first. Bring that chin into the chest. Scoop all the way pubic bone to sternum and just roll down. Bend the knees when you need to. Take a big, big inhale here. Exhale. Reach that tailbone down as you're scooping all the way pubic bone to sternum. We're going to float those arms all the way back up. That's our breath in, breath out. Arms move first, chin into chest. We're scooping our abdominal muscles up and in. We're rolling all the way down, checking in with the tripod of each foot. Big breath in here. Exhale, tailbone is reaching down. So now we're going to stack the pelvis container, the rib cage container, and the head container. One more. Reach up, arms move first. Head container is moving down. Rib cage container is moving down. Pelvis container is moving down. One more big breath in. Exhale, tail reaches down. Pelvis wheel is turning underneath, rib cage wheel and head wheel. Reach those arms up. Next time we roll down, I want you to stay all the way down in this nice spinal flexed position. Let your chin nod yes and no. Good. And from here, what I'd like you to do is come all the way down to your hands and your knees. We're going to start with a pre-Pilates exercise called all four abdominals. You're going to inhale, let your belly extend to the floor, and then exhale, gather the abdominals up and in. Inhale, you're letting your belly extend to the floor. There's a slight arch in the spine. Exhale, draw the abdominals up and in. Let's do that twice more. Breathing in. This is our voluminous front and back body breath. And now exhale, gather those abs up. One more. Inhale as you're letting the belly reach to the floor, slight arch, and then exhale, gather the abdominals up. Float your right foot all the way up. We're going to do the next exercise called tail wag. Inhale, move the right foot to the right, look over the right shoulder, and now exhale, bring that right foot all the way over to the left, so you're looking over the left shoulder. Inhaling, right foot to the right, look over the right shoulder, and exhale, right foot to the left, look over left. We're going to do that twice more. So in our tail wag, we're getting more lateral spinal flexion. Last one to the right, breath in as that foot moves to the right, breath out as the foot moves to the left, return to center, other side. So that left foot is going to lift up, and you inhale, look to the left. Exhale, left foot moves to the right, and you're looking over that right shoulder. Good. 3 more repetitions, matching our breath with the movement. So for all of my experienced Pilates folks here, you know that breath is the first principle of Pilates. And for my new friends joining, you have just learned that breath is the first principle of Pilates. We always want to connect. You're going to release and lower down. From here, we're going to move into extended arm to foot. I'm going to break it down a little bit. So I want you to pick your right hand up, place your right hand down. Pick your left hand up, place it down. Pick your left knee up, place it down. Pick your right knee up and place it down. Now we're going to lift our right hand and left knee simultaneously. So inhale, left knee, right hand floats up. And exhale, lower down. We'll change sides. Inhale, right knee, left hand. Exhale and lower. Again, right hand, left knee, and lower down. Left hand, right knee, and lower down. I'm going to add on. We're going to lift right hand and left knee. Extend right arm and leg away from one another. Exhale, bring it back in, and lower it down. Other side. Right knee, left hand lifts. Right leg, left arm extends, right knee, left arm bends, and you lower it down. Again, we lift up and lengthen and bend and lower. Lift and lengthen and bend and lower. Lift and lengthen and bend and lower. Left hand, right knee, extend and bend. One more each side. Right hand, left knee, extend, bend and lower, lift, extend, and bend and lower. Good. From here, we're just going to take a cat-cow. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, round that spine. Bring your chin all the way into the chest, tailbone down, navel lifts. And inhale, move through the center and arch, looking up. Exhale, rounding that spine. And inhale, lengthening the spine. Last one. Exhaling as you're rounding, coming into that flexion. Inhale as you're arching, coming into that extension. and return to that all 4 abdominals position. And now I want you to really lift those abdominals up and in and release. From here, I'd like you to sit on your glute muscles. Reach your arms all the way forward. Take a big, big inhale. Feel length from crown of the head down through the tailbone. Exhale, you're going to round yourself all the way down to the floor. From here, walk your feet a little bit closer in together. And I just want you to float that right leg up to a tabletop position and hold it here. Right knee is over the right hip. Right knee is in line with that right ankle. And now lower that right foot down. Left leg floats up into the table. Left knee and left hip. Left knee and left ankle, and lower down. Now we're going to alternate. So march the right leg up to table and lower. And left and lower. And right. We're still in our pre-Pilates foundational exercises. So a few things that I like to think about here as I am marching with my support leg, and that means just the leg that's on the floor, I really press into the tripod of my feet, that big toe, little toe heel. I connect, lengthen my sits bone to that heel, and I engage the glute and the hamstring. So that really provides a lot of pelvic stability, and it helps to fire up our inner core. Last one to the right and last one to the left. Good. Now from here, arms are down. Really press your palms into the mat. Float the right leg up into table. Float your left leg up into table. Close your tabletop, so knees and ankles together. And now open the tabletop, knees and ankles apart. We're going to close and open and close and open. 4 and 3. Maintain your breathing. 2 and 1. Good. From here, bring those legs back together, and we're going to do some alternate toe taps. Right toes tap down, and you come back up. Left toes down and back up. Right toes down. You can keep your arms down, or you can bring those arms all the way up to the ceiling. Good. Let's do one more with that left. Another option here is, as the right toes move down, that left arm goes overhead, and then everything returns to the start. Left toes down, right arm overhead, and everything back up. So we go down and up. These are dead bugs. We're still in pre-Pilates. I'm hoping you're starting to feel your core waking up. Depending on where you're zooming in from, on the East Coast, it's 9 o'clock. I think it's a little bit earlier for some of my Midwest folks. Good. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Draw those knees into your chest, and now lower those feet down. We're going to take a flat back bridge here. So unlike in yoga, where we often do a sequential roll up through the spine, and we do that in Pilates too, we're going to take this as a flat back bridge. So that means I want you to press firmly into big toe, little toe heel. We're going to move the pelvis up in 1 unit, and we're going to lower it down in 1 unit. We lift it up in 1 unit, lower it down in 1 unit. Inhale to come up, and exhale to lower down. 4 more just like this. So with our flat back bridging, we're adding to firing up our core. So we're starting to deeply engage the transversus abdominis, our deepest ab, our pelvic floor, our diaphragm, because we're breathing, and our multifidi, which are little tiny muscles on the back body, on our spine. Last one. Now, the next time you lift up, let's hold here. Your arms can stay down on the floor, or you could reach those arms back up to the ceiling. Now we're going to add marching bridges here. So right knee comes up to that tabletop, and you lower it down. Left knee up and lower. So with the arms down, you can really use your arm strength to help keep the pelvis lifted and to help support this bridge marching. If your arms are up, you really need to press down through your scapula and reach those fingers up to the sky. Good. We're going to do 4 more. And if you'd like, you can bring that left arm overhead as that right knee comes up, and everything returns to the start. So this is that dead bug position that we did earlier, except now we're just elevated in our bridge. Good. And from here, hold at the top and lower everything all the way back down. Good. From here, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. All right, now we're going to start our full Pilates mat sequence. So we're going to start with our 100s. Couple of options. You can keep your feet planted on the floor. You can reach the arms forward, curl the shoulders up, and you can do the arm pulsing here while you're working on drawing that navel down. Second option, legs can be in your tabletop, and you can do your 100s here. Third options, you can extend those legs, find your Pilates turnout, that external rotation, or you could start all the way very low. So I want you to choose which position you want to start with, and we're going to begin. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no matter what variation you're in, if you're in the one with the bent knees, feet on the floor, if you're in the tabletop version, if you're in with the legs extended a little higher, or if you're in the position with the legs extended very low, you are keeping a good tempo in the arms. We want the arms to be moving up and down. We're gathering in through the navel, and we're using our sniffing breath. So, that's what it sounds like. And I really want you to be activating. Each time you exhale, draw that navel in. 2 more to go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last one, wherever you are at. Hang in there, you're doing really good. And release. Draw those knees into your chest. All right, next exercise is the roll-up. So you can start with those legs extended, arms all the way over your head. And there's some variations that I'll give as we go along. So the first one is just going to be reach those arms up to the sky. Float the head up, bring that chin into the chest. And now roll up, pubic bone to sternum. You're going to send your hands past your feet. We're in that rounded spine. And now take a big inhale and start to descend. Send the tailbone towards those heels. Lie back down, arms over the head. So if you'd like that version, stay with that version. If that version was not for you, start with your knees bent. You're going to inhale, those arms up, float that head, reach that chin into the chest. Those of you bent knees, you can bring your hands behind your hamstrings. Walk yourself all the way up, then lengthen through those legs. Scoop again, pubic bone to sternum like we did in that opening spinal roll. Big breath in, start to descend back down. So with the bent knee, you start to bend those knees. You bring your hands back behind your hamstrings, and you return all the way down. Again, breathing up, arms up, float that chin into the chest, scoop pubic bone to sternum. I want you to really feel that navel reach to the back of the room. Big breath in, start your descent. Tailbone is reaching to the heels. So we want to feel that pelvis wheel rolling under, rib cage, and then the head. Inhale those arms up. If you're bent knee, hands to the hamstrings. Exhale, walk yourself up, send those legs out. Reach your hands as far past your feet as you can. That's not a hamstring stretch, it's a spine stretch. And inhale, start to descend, tailbone towards those heels. Bent knee, folks, go ahead and walk those feet close in and return. On the last one, for those of you who want a little more challenge, start with your arms down, legs straight. Inhale, and now you're going to roll all the way up without using the arms to come up and over. And begin your descent. So the tailbone reaches, the fingers reach, and you're all the way back down. Good. From here, bend that left knee. So the foot is flat on the floor. Bring your right knee into your chest. Reach that right leg up to the sky. Externally rotate. It just means turn your hip out. We're going to do leg circles here. We're going to start with small leg circles. I want you to cross the right leg over to the left, so your right heel is in line with your left shoulder. Lower that right leg down so it's hovering above the floor. Reach your right leg out to the side, out to that right side, and then return. All right, so now we're going to do this up to tempo. We go cross, down, out, and center. Cross, down, out, and center. Cross, down, out, and center. 2 more. Cross, down, out, and center. Cross, down, out, and center. Now we're going to reverse. Go out first, out to the side, down, cross, and center. Out, down, cross, and center. Out, down, cross, and center. Out, down, cross, and center. Last one. Down, cross, and center. We're going to bend that right knee. Extend that left leg up to the sky. Rotate that left hip out. We'll take a slow one. We go cross over to the right, lower down, out to the side, back to your center. Up to tempo. We go cross, down, out, and center. Cross, down, out, and center. Cross, down, out. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, come around and cross, down, out, and center. Other way. We go out to the left side, down, cross, and center. Out, down, cross, and center. Out, down, cross, and center. 2 more to go. You're keeping the back of that right pelvis secure on the floor, and lower that left knee down. All right, we're going to move into bigger circles. So if the bigger circles does not feel good on your body, come back to the smaller ones. All right, from here, left leg extends all the way down onto the floor, right leg all the way up. You're externally rotating. Arms are out to your side. So we cross that right leg over. You let your right glute lift off the ground. You're going to lower that right leg down. You're going to swing that right leg out to the side. You let the left glute lift up, and then you return to center. We go cross, down, out, and center. So with these bigger circles, we're letting the glute lift up, but we're doing it with control. We're using the oblique muscles of our abdominals. We're using our scapula to press down into the floor. Hold at the top. Reverse it. We go out, down, cross, and center. Out, down, cross, and center. Out, down, cross, and 2 more. Out, down, cross, and center. Remembering you could always do those small circles if this does not feel good. Okay, from here, lower that right leg down, flex through that right foot, reach that left leg up to the sky, externally rotate that left hip, and we go cross, lower, out, and up. Let the glute lift. Good, we're using the oblique muscles. We're keeping the scapula pressing down. 1 more in this direction. Cross, down, out, and center. Reverse, out, down, cross, and center. Out, down, cross, and center. Out, down, cross, and center. 2 more to go. Good, last one. Down, out, and center. Good, lower that left leg down. We're going to take our roll up, so either legs extended, arms overhead, or arms down by your side, or knees bent. Inhale, float that head up, bring that chin into the chest, and exhale, scoop all the way pubic bone to sternum. Send those hands past the feet, and now from here, I'm going to inhale and just lengthen all the way up. All right, we're going to do a rolling like a ball exercise next. So you want to make sure you have enough room behind you. We're going to roll just down to the base of the scapula, base of the shoulder blades. So you start by bringing those knees in close to the chest. Your heels are touching, but your toes are slightly apart. Hands are down on your shins. And if that does not feel appropriate, you can just bring your hands underneath your hamstrings. So I want you to take an inhale as we're going to roll back to the base of the blades, and exhale to roll up. So we want to maintain a very rounded position. So we're in the spinal flexion, rolling to the base of the blades and rolling up. Rolling like a ball is one of my favorite exercises. I think it's super fun, and it's a really nice way to engage our inner thighs here in a little bit different way. We're deeply activating our abdominal muscles. We're getting a little spinal massage. We're going to do 2 more. And the very last one, I want you to hold. Now turn your position into a tabletop. So we're going to be ankles in line with knees, knees over hips, and we're going to reach those arms forward. Good. Take a big, big inhale. Exhale, just roll it down, vertebrae by vertebrae, and we're back into that tabletop position. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Bring your right hand to your right ankle. Curl your shoulders up. Extend that left leg down. Series of 5. So I want you to take 2 breaths here and a little pulse of that right knee into the chest. Inhale for 2. Switch. Exhale for 2. Inhale right knee. Exhale left knee. We go in for 2. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 2. Exhale. We're going to do 4 more. We're keeping the legs within the box of the body, and that just means you want your legs in line with the hips. Good. And bring both knees in. You can let your head rest down, or you can keep that head lifted up. We're going to go into our double leg stretch. From here, inhale, the legs go away, the arms go away. You find your turned out position in the hips. And then exhale, you return knees to chest, hands to the ankles. We go inhale, extend arms and legs away. Exhale, bring everything back in. Inhale away, exhale and in. So as we inhale and lengthen the legs and arms away from one another, we want our hips in that external rotation position. 2 more to go. Last one. You can keep your head lifted, or you can let your head rest. All right, next is our single straight leg exercise. Reach both legs up. I want you to extend those arms up to the sky. Float the head up. Bring that chin into the chest. You're going to bring your right hand and your left hand either to the right calf, the right ankle, or your right hamstring. All right, and we're going to do a little pulse here. So we pulse the right leg in for 2, then the left leg in for 2. We go inhale for 2 and exhale for 2. If at any point your neck gets a little tired, just put your head all the way down onto your mat. And remember, you've got hands to hamstring as a choice, hands to calf as a choice, hands to heels as a choice. And you can also choose to do this with no arms at all. So it kind of kicks it up a little bit. Last one on the right, last one on the left, and bring your knees into your chest. Let your head release down. All right, our next exercise in this series is our double straight leg. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your head. Bring your elbows into scaption, so that just means be able to see your elbows in your peripheral vision. Extend those legs straight up. Externally rotate to that turned out position. From here, we're going to lower the legs about 4 inches. Lower 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back up. You're going to lower just a little bit. Good. So if that feels good to you, that's where you're going to stay. If you want to go a little bit more, you lower those legs about halfway down and bring back up. Whether you're going just a few inches or halfway, you've got to keep the lower back connected down to the floor. We're doing that by using our abdominal muscles, right? All of our inner core muscles. I also want you, regardless of how far you're lowering your legs, to really draw those sits bones together. So your sits bones are between the glutes and the upper hamstrings. And I want you to really try to gather those in. Good. Last one. And now go ahead, let your head rest. bring your knees into your chest. One more exercise in our series of 5, and that is our crisscross. Bring your legs into a tabletop for a moment. Curl up. So we're in this abdominal curl. We're going to rotate to the right. You're going to bring that right knee into the chest. The left leg extends, and have your focus be on your right elbow. We want to keep the back of the pelvis connected to the floor. So we're going to inhale here, and now we're going to switch and exhale, twist to the left. So some variations, you don't have to extend those legs all the way out. You can do what I'm doing now, a little bit of a tabletop position. For those of you who want a little more challenge, when we switch, you can bring that left leg up like you're doing a big bicycle. All right, now here we go. We're going to go up to tempo. So again, you can be in your tabletop crisscross. You can extend the legs out. You can add that big leg lift in between. We're going to inhale, start to the right. So inhale for 2 and exhale for 2. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale right and exhale left. So obviously we're really focusing on our oblique muscles, our waist muscles. And depending on which version you're doing, you're all activating the obliques. You're all activating the inner thighs. So tabletop version is still as much activation as the fuller leg activation. And just bring those knees into your chest. All right, I hope you're feeling awake and that your abdominals are alive. So from here, I want you to bring your knees into your chest and just rock and roll yourself all the way up. From here, we're going to take a spinal stretch forward. So I want you to open your legs as wide as your hips. Flex through the feet. Reach your arms out in front of you. We're going to stack the head container over the rib container, over the pelvis container. On an inhale, you're going to scoop through the belly. Reach your hands past the feet. So we're in that rounded spine position. This is our spine stretch forward. And now exhale, lengthen back up. Again, we go inhale, scoop through the abdominals. Reach your hands past your feet. Rounded spine, and exhale, elongated spine. So it's not a hamstring stretch at all. It is called spine stretch forward. And so what we want to be doing here, we're going to do 4 more, is gathering the abdominals up and in, really bringing that navel to the spine, maintaining that flexion as we're rounded over. Got 3 more to go. I want you to really reach those sits bones to each heel. You're still thinking about the tripod of each foot, big toe, little toe, heel, pressing into the air. Good. Last one. Up and over. You're scooping the belly into the spine. And now lengthen back up. Good. From here, send your arms out to the side. We're going to inhale, rotate to the right, coming into soft. Exhale, you're going to take your left pinky finger and try to saw the outside of that right foot off. Your eyes are looking back at your right hand. You're drawing that belly into the spine. And now you're going to lengthen back up. We're still into that twist and return to the center. Okay, let's go that slow to the other side. So I want you to twist to the left. Look back at that left hand. Scoop through the belly, round over. Right pinky finger is sawing the outside of that left foot off. Come all the way up in your twist and release to the center. All right, here we go with full tempo and breath. Inhale, twist. Exhale, round over. Inhale, up. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, left. Exhale, round over. Inhale, twist, and exhale to center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, round. Inhale, twist. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, and round. Inhale, up, and exhale once more each side. Twist, round, lengthen up, and center. Twist from that waist. Navel to spine as you round over. Lengthen up through the spine and release. Good. From here, we're going to go into open leg rocker. So it's another rocking exercise. The difference here is we're going to have longer levers. So the legs are extended up. You're externally rotated through the hip bones. Hands can be on your hamstrings. Legs can be a little bent, totally fine. Hands can be on calves or hands on the ankles. Externally rotate. You're going to roll back to the base of the shoulder blades and exhale and roll up. So from here, we've got our same spinal flexion, that rounded spine position. Exhale and up. Inhale, roll to the base of the blades. Exhale and up. So when we have longer levers, right, our legs are going to be a little bit, have a little more momentum here because they're longer. So that makes our abdominals need to work a little bit harder to control. We don't want to roll up to the neck at all, just to the base of those shoulder blades. We've got one more to go. Good. Now from here, you're rounded over. I want you to lift your chest. Lift your chest, lift your chest. So whether your legs are bent, whether your hands are on your calves, or whether your arms are lifted to the ankles, everyone's lifting that chest. Now I want you to close those legs together. So if your legs are bent, you're in a closed tabletop, holding on to the calves, holding on to the ankles. Lift that chest up. We're in a teaser position. Now from here, we're going to challenge, see if we can find our balance. Release your arms forward. Reach those palms up, 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 up. Lift that chest, lift the toes, lift the fingers. Big breath in. Go ahead and find your tabletop if you weren't in it, and roll yourself down. Bring your knees all the way into your chest. From here, we're just going to give ourselves a rock and roll up. All right, we're going to do a little side work here. So I'd like you to come to the left hip. Bend that left elbow so you're up on your forearm. Extend that left leg down in front of you, and it's going to be in a slight diagonal in the front of your body. And then you're just going to bring your right leg on top. So we're stacking ankle over ankle, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. Reach that right arm out to the side. We're going to flex the foot up and point the foot down as we lift that leg. So we go flex up, point down, flex up, point down, flex up, point down, up and down. So I like to add this foot articulation, the dorsiflexion and the plantar flexion, the flex and point. So it's a really nice way to work the ankle joint in a relatively safe manner, and it usually just feels really good. Last two, last one. Good. All right, we're going to float that leg up. Keep your foot pointed. Very small circle. Circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go to 10, 8, 9, and 10. Hold, reverse in the other direction. 1, 2. We're staying lifted up. So I want you to key into that left oblique, that bottom oblique. See if you can lift it a little bit higher. 8, 9, and 10. Lower that down. Good. From here, bend those knees. So that knee is over knee. Again, ankle over ankle. We're going to bring our right hand behind our head, and you're just going to open that right knee up and close. Up and close. Up and close. External rotation as we open, back to our parallel position as we close. Last 4, we're still lifted up in that bottom oblique. 3 and 2 and 1. From here, extend that right arm back out. We're going to float this right leg up in a sideline tabletop position and lower it down. Lift it up and lower. Up and lower. It might be around this time when you are wishing you weren't joining the Zoom class. I hope that's not the case. I hope you're enjoying working the glutes, right? Our glute max, mid, and min. We're working our external rotators. We're working our internal rotators. We're working our inner thigh, outer thigh. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. From here, we're just going to go to the other side. So just come on up. Right elbow down, both legs are straight. We have that right leg at a little bit of a diagonal. Left arm out, stacking, ankle over ankle, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. Flex up and point down. We go flex up, point down. Up and down. Up and down. 3 and 4. Flex up, point down. Flex up, point down. Flex and point. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. For some reason, Siri is just talking to me, and I'm so sorry about that. But we don't need Siri to come into our Pilates mat class. So here we go. We're going to lift our leg back up. Small circles, foot is pointed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're staying lifted on those bottom right obliques. 8, 9, 10. Pause, reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Good. Bend those knees. Left hand behind your head. We are just going to open and close. Open and close. 3 and 4. It's really important to really find that lift in those right bottom obliques. Lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. 8, 9, 10. Good. Extend that left arm up. And we're going to lift that top leg up in a tabletop and lower it down. And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. From here, return to all fours. We're going to work a little bit on our upper body. So we're going to start with some sternum drops. And what that is, you're going to melt the chest to the floor as your scapula comes really close together. And now lift the chest away from the floor as the scapula moves away from one another. So we go inhale, chest melts to the floor, blades close. Exhale, chest lifts, blades widen. We inhale, chest melts to the floor. Exhale, chest lifts away. 4, lift away. Inhale, chest melts. Exhale, chest lifts. Inhale, chest melts. Exhale, chest lifts. Just 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. And exhale up. Good. From here, we're going to do some all fours tricep push-up. So you're going to stay with your knees on the ground and just bring both elbows down and straighten both elbows. Bend both elbows and straighten. Inhale down, exhale and up. So with an all fours triceps push-up, we are keeping the hands firmly planted. You want to spread those fingers very wide apart, pressing into all 5 fingers. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now turn your fingers to face in towards one another, and we're going to do some pec push-ups here. So fingers are facing one another, elbows wide to the side, nose to the ground, and come up. Inhale, elbows wide, nose down. Exhale and up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And from here, just sit back for a moment on your heels. You can shake your wrists out. We'll come back to that in a little bit. For here, I'd like you to lie all the way down onto your stomachs. You're going to interlace your fingers together, bend both elbows. Your elbows are going to be underneath the shoulders, and I want you to scoop up through the abdominal muscles. I'm just going to move my camera down a little bit more so you can see my positioning a little bit better. There we go. Okay, yeah. So fingers are interlaced, elbows underneath the shoulders. From here, I want you to scoop through the belly. So you can see here, I'm letting my belly press down into the mat, and here I'm scooped. So we want to maintain that scoop. You're going to bend your right knee. You're going to bring that right heel into your glute with a pointed foot. So you're going to point the foot, pulse, flex the foot, pulse, point the foot, pulse, and then lengthen that right leg down. Onto the left, that's slow. We're going to bend that left knee. Foot is pointed, and you're going to pulse that heel into the glute, flex the foot, pulse the heel into the glute, point the foot, bring the foot into the glute, and then lengthen back down. We're going to come back to our sniffing breath that we used in the 100s. On the right side, we go inhale, 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 long exhale, left. Long exhale, go to the right. Inhale, 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 exhale and lengthen. Inhale, 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 exhale and lengthen. Right side, point, flex, point, lengthen down. Left side, point, flex, point, lengthen down. Right side, point, flex, point, lengthen down. Left, point, flex, point, lengthen down. Good. From here, come all the way down to your stomachs. You're going to turn your head to the right. Interlace your fingers back behind you. Place your hands on the lower back. We're going to do a double leg kick here, still with the point, flex, point. Very slow, both knees bend. We go point, flex, point. From here, you're going to lengthen those legs out. You're going to reach those arms back behind you. Your head is going to move to the center, rotate to the right. Everything lowers down. Elbows are bent, hands are back at the small of your back. Left side, we go. Point both feet, flex both feet, point both feet. Lengthen and reach. Float that head through the center, over to the left. Everything lowers back down. A little bit faster, we go. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, reach, 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 right, right, and down. We go inhale, inhale, inhale. Lengthen arms and legs. Rotate that head and lower down. Last one. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. Over to the right, and everything lowers down. Good. From here, press yourself up. Take a child's pose. Just send the tailbone back to the heels. Let your arms be out in front of you. You can soften through those elbows. So our single leg kick and our double leg kick that we were just doing, it is very challenging to lift the abdominals when you're prone, but that is part of the challenge, is to do that. And it's really key, those two exercises really key into our glute complex, all of our glute muscles in our hamstrings. All right, we're going to stay on our stomach. So return out of your child's pose. I want you to extend the arms forward and extend the legs back. Find your external rotated position in the hips, so you're turned out. If you know that your lower back needs a little more sensitivity, have your legs a little bit wider than your hips. If your lower back is feeling good today, try this with the heels together. I want your thumbs pointing up to the sky. We're going to start with the slow swimming. So the right arm, the left leg, and the head is going to lift up. And then exhale, you're going to lower head, leg, arm down. Other side. Left arm, right leg is lifting up with the inhale. And exhale. One more each side. So we're about to do the full swimming exercise. It's fast and it's rapid. If at any point that's too much, just come back to this really nice, little bit slower version. From here, we're going to lift arms and legs up, and we move everything simultaneously. We go inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3. We're going to come back to our sniffing breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want the arms and legs moving up and down. So make sure that you're not moving arms and legs out to the side. We're going to go inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3. You've got 2 more sets to go. Swimming is also one of my favorite exercises because it works the entire posterior chain. And release. From here, go ahead and bring yourself back into your child's pose. Good. All right, we're going to return to our left hip, down to that left forearm. Extend the left leg out slightly to diagonal. Lift that right leg up. Good. Lift the leg up now so it's a little bit higher. We're going to kick this right leg forward. So you kick it forward with a flexed foot, and then you reach it back with a pointed foot. We go kick forward for 2, reach it back for 2. Kick forward for 2, reach it back for 2. Kick forward for 2, reach it back for 2. So when we're in this leg kick, the torso does have a little bit of movement, but we don't want a lot of movement here. So we're really using that navel to spine concept. Good. Last one, kick it forward and back. Lower that right leg down. Now we're going to turn out both legs, both hips rather. Good. From here, I want you to bend that right knee, right foot to the knee, and then lift that leg up and lower it down. So we bend the right knee, right foot is at that left knee, you extend it up and you lower it down. Bend, extend, and lower, bend, extend, and lower, bend, extend, and lower, and bend, extend, and lower. Good. Return to your stomachs. Extend those arms and legs up, and we're going to do another set of swimming. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From here, push yourself up, and we're just going to go right to the right side. So right hip down, right elbow down, both legs are stacked up, left arm out, float that left leg up, kick forward. We go kick forward and point it back. Kick forward, reach that leg back. Good, 2 more. Kick it forward. That was a lie. We're going to do a few more. Kick it forward and back. Kick it forward and back. Now we have 2 more to go. Flex it forward, point it back. Flex it forward, point it back, and lower down. All right, turn out. Left arm out. We go bend. Left toes to right knee. Extend it up and lower it down. Bend, extend, and lower. Bend, extend, and lower. Bend, extend, and lower. 2 more. Bend, extend, and lower. Last one. Bend, extend, and lower. Good. Return to your stomachs. I want you to bend that left knee. Reach your left hand to grab a hold of that left ankle or left foot. And if it doesn't reach, just bring your hand anywhere on your shin and just draw that heel into your glute and release. And we'll just do that much on the other side. Right heel in towards the glute and lengthen it down. Good. Roll to your back. Bring your heels in line with your sits bones. We did a flat back bridge in the very beginning. Now we're going to do that sequential bridge. So I want you to feel the navel draw down and then that pelvis lifts up as you're rolling up through the vertebrae. We're just going to go ahead and let those arms lift all the way up, up, up to the sky. Good. And now we're going to roll everything back down, including the hands. We're going to do that sequential bridge again. This time the arms are going to go all the way overhead. So navel to spine, peeling the pelvis off. The arms reach up all the way over. And then return all the way down. Again, we go inhale, roll it up, 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 up. And lower it down. Good. Next time we lift up, we're going to hold at the top. So those arms are overhead. Pelvis is lifted. From here, what I would like you to do is bring your arms all the way down. interlace those fingers underneath you. Walk your shoulders close together. Walk your feet together. So feet and knees are touching. We're going to bring that right knee into the chest. Lengthen that right leg up to the sky. Bend that right knee. Lower that right foot down. Let's just do that much on the other side. Left knee into the chest. Develop that left leg up. Bend and lower. All right, if you need a break, please come down and take a break. If that felt good, you can stay there. You can also try this next version. So I want you to bring the right knee into the chest, right leg up to the sky. Now lower that right leg down to the left knee and lift it back up. So we're going to keep doing this for those of you who are doing this variation of what we call a shoulder bridge. I want you to really use the support leg here. So that left glute, left hamstring is contracted, really lifting up here. You're drawing that navel into your spine. We only have one more to go here. Good. And now that right leg back up, bend the knee and lower the foot down. We're going to change sides. So left knee into the chest, left leg is up. You're either going to stay there or you're going to move that left leg down to the right knee and back up. So now we want all of our right glute muscles, right hamstring muscles to be contracted. We have our spinal muscles engaged. That's also helping us stay lifted. We have 4 more to go. We're keeping that right knee tracking over the center of the ankle by using our inner thighs and our quadricep muscles. Good. Last 2. Last 1. And bend. Good. Separate your feet and knees. Release your fingers and roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. From here, walk your feet and knees together. Just extend your arms out to the side. Let your knees drop to the right. Look over the left shoulder. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Release to center. Inhale, both knees to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Exhale. Back to center. You're going to bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a rock from side to side. Good. And from here, rock and roll yourself up. Return to your hands and your knees. Curl your left toes underneath you. Curl your right toes underneath you. Find yourself in a plank position. Lengthening all the way from the heels to the crown of the head. Gather up through the front body. So we're really asking those abdominals to pull in and lift up. Spinal extensor muscles working, hamstrings lengthening. From here, lift the pelvis up, find your downward facing dog. Walk your feet a little bit closer if you'd like. Tread through the feet. So bending one knee at a time. When you have done that evenly to both sides, return to a full downward dog, lengthening heels down. Taking deep, deep inhales and exhales. Good. And from here, walk your hands and your feet together. Draw your hands to your calf muscles. Bring your chest to the thighs and the thighs to the chest. Shake your head yes and shake your head no. Feel yourself firmly planted on the feet. Take a big breath in. Exhale, roll yourself up all the way to standing. Good. And that brings us to 10 o'clock. So, thank you all very, very much for joining me. Great to move with you this morning. I hope you're feeling good.